running backwards and forwards. Go, 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 go.
Geordie.
So I missed it. They're scared that the dogs will bite them, or?
Yeah, they are, but the dogs don't.
Well,
bite.
but
that's because it's the it's bred into them. The sheep, they just know that wolves are wolves, you know, like they want to stay away.
Geordie, get up. Geordie, get up. Geordie, get up. Geordie, get up. Geordie.
Wow.
Now, as I was explaining, we have different jobs, different dogs, and so Geordie is mostly a yard dog. He does all the penning up of the sheep. Go back. Come up there. Good dogs. Get him. Good dogs. Get him up. Get up, Geordie. 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 I'm not joking. Get up. Get up. Go back. Go back. Go back. Up. Get up. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Here, Geordie. Here, Geordie. Geordie. Plenty of room in there for all those. Hop up. Right, come here, you dogs. Come on. Toby. This way. A very famous philosopher by the name of W.C. Fields. He said, never work with children or animals. I think he knew exactly what he was talking about. Some days this works really well, and other days you just think, oh, goodness sakes. Now, this raceway is called a drenching race. Come on, Geordie, where are you? Get up here. Geordie, get up. Geordie, get up. What are you doing? Get up there. Go back. Geordie. There's no way in the world the sheep will tread on the dog. Geordie's not in any danger when he's in there. Hop up. Geordie, hop up. Geordie's not in any danger. The sheep won't tread on him because they're not that stupid. They're not real smart, but they're smart enough to work out. So we'll put the sheep out on the floor one at a time. Sit them up. The first job we do is to take all the wool off their belly. Now this harness that I'm wearing, this has got a back aid. With all the bending over the shearers do, lots of shearers have trouble with their backs. And so quite a few years ago they invented this harness, and most shearers work in back aid these days. What's going on? Now, when you see sheep out in the field, they always stand up or they sit down. Sheep don't roll around on the ground unless they're really and setting up the sheep to the shearers so that there's plenty of sheep to shear all day long. So the average shearer shears about 150 sheep every day, which is probably sort of 3.5 to 4 minutes. And there are some shearers who shear over 200 a day on a regular basis. Those shearers are called gun shearers. So to be a gun shearer, you've got to shear one every 2 to 2.5 minutes and maintain that pace. It's amazing the skill that we see in some shearers that have got such a wonderful ability to be able to shear big numbers of sheep. The most sheep I ever saw in one day was 183. I did that when I was about 27. I don't think I can do it again now. So I still shear all my own sheep. We've got about 1,700 sheep here on the farm, and so we are currently almost finished shearing our sheep. We've got about 300 lambs to do. There's a few of these adult sheep left, but the rest of them have all been done. And so we've been working away at that during the summer. We normally finish shearing by the end of January, but we've got to be another 3 days next week getting the lambs shorn, and then we'll be finished. So that'll be wonderful. Because we need to keep a few sheep around the place, so we've got sheep to shear for our visitors that come all through the year. And so we've got a special mob for that as well. It's just about impossible to shear in time merino sheep from start to finish without a few little nicks and cuts. Wait for the sheep on my back. So the shearers start work at 7:30 in the morning, and they work through till 5:30 in the afternoon. We have a break every 2 hours. That's the sheep have been shorn. They go out through that little door alongside us, and they wait in the pen outside. Every 2 hours we have a break, and the boss counts all the sheep. And all the numbers are then written up on the blackboard. And when the shearing is done, the shearers are paid $2.90 per sheep. Tim Shaw. He's a little bit embarrassed. He hasn't got any clothes on. He's thinking, oh gee, everybody's looking at me. You go outside and he'll see if you get so they had to live off the land. They had to grow their own fruit and vegetables and make their own clothing and do as much as they could to be self-sufficient without having to buy things. Even when the ships came in, there wasn't very much produce to buy, and it was a reasonable distance, even though it's only a short distance from here by road today to Penishaw. It was a day's outing to go to Penishaw and back with a horse and cart back in those days. And so most of they stayed home and got on with their work and grew their own food and made their own clothes. That's sort of how they operated. So that's how easy it is to transform the wool from the fleece to the yarn. Now if I try and use that like it is, that's really strong, but as soon as you let it go, it's going to untwist. And without the twist in it, there's absolutely nothing to hold it together. If you pull on it, there's just nothing there. So you've got to double it up, and this is called the plying of the wool. So if you put two bits together like this and let it go, instead of the wool untwisting, it'll join it together into one nice strong yarn. If you want to make a full ball of wool, you've got to fill up two spools on here one at a time. You then put them on a rack on the floor, and with the wheel turning in an anti-clockwise direction, you run two strands at a time back into the machine, and it'll wind it up onto the spool, and then you wind it around the back of a chair, tie the ends off, wash it in warm water, rinse it, and it's ready to use. So it's amazing how easy it is to take the sheep, wool from the sheep and have it so at usable stage within moments of getting the job done.
So this is obviously the area that the maize started clearing, and they really tried very hard to make it into a working farm, but it was just too far from anywhere. To our right, to the right is the maize personal cottage, and to the left there is the mailman's cottage, the postman's cottage.
Mm.